I usually try to answer all of the questions in the comment section below, but there are some questions that have been asked repeatedly or are just very interesting to me. Therefore I created this raw, quickly edited, talking head style videos to answer all of those questions. Hi, my name is Boris Mono and I'm a film editor based in Hamburg, Germany. And today's question is, how long do I review a bag and how long does it take to finish the video? Okay, to answer the first question, it really depends on the type of bag that I'm reviewing. For instance, if it's a carry-on backpack or a larger luggage, then obviously to test it out or to review it, I need to travel. And unfortunately, I'm not traveling that much as I would love to. Furthermore, I haven't been able to nail the one bag travel philosophy. I'm still always traveling with 2 bags, 1 day pack and 1 check-in luggage. Therefore, if it's just a day pack, then obviously I can test it out every single day if I'm going to work or if I'm just walking around the city. So for those day packs or daily bags, I usually need around 1 week to 2 weeks to thoroughly test it out. I used to take a little bit longer because I was still trying to figure out or learning what I need to look at and still learning, okay, which kind of seams or which kind of zippers are good or bad, for instance. So when my knowledge about all of those stuff wasn't that developed, I obviously needed a little bit longer to review a bag, but nowadays, after a week of daily usage, I basically already know or already can see what's good or bad about the bag. And if it's a carry-on bag, then that takes a little bit longer because I only can test it when I'm traveling, or I only can test it as good as much walking around or using it in the city that I live in. So yeah, so in conclusion, so I take about 1 week to 2 weeks to test out a day pack or an everyday carry backpack. And as far as production of a video goes, so filming usually takes about a day. I film the B-roll, the on-camera stuff, and before I even start filming, I need to script the whole text. That usually takes me about 1 to 2 hours. I start out with first scribbling down some notes about what I like, what I dislike, and then I start to do a whole script about what I want to say in the video and what I want to say in front of the camera. That text I used to memorize, but nowadays with all the live streams, for instance, I get more and more used to speaking freely. Therefore, the on-camera stuff used to be rather difficult because I had to memorize the stuff, but nowadays it's a little bit easier for me to speak in front of the camera. It's still hard and it still takes many takes, but it's a little bit easier. Then I shoot the B-roll and record the voiceover. All of that takes about a day, depending on the item, of course, and depending on the text that I wrote. And then I start editing, which takes about a day. Then I need to do all the color correction and the effects. That takes about, I would say, 3 to 4 hours just doing the effects and the grading. But then the part that takes a little bit longer is all the rendering and export. So as soon as I put effects on my edited timeline, the computer needs to render or to process all of those effects to smoothly play the movie. That takes, depending on the length of the video, can take between 1 to actually 5 or 6 hours of rendering. So I usually do that overnight. And then on the next day, I will export the whole file with all the effects, the grading and color correction to a YouTube-ready H.264 QuickTime file and upload it. So in conclusion, 1 week of testing, 2 hours scripting, 1 day filming and recording the voiceover, 1 day editing, and then maybe another day with rendering and exporting and uploading the file. So as you can see, it does take a little bit of time to actually produce all these videos and review it. And if you want to see more of the details of my workflow and the editing and stuff like that, you can check out my workflow video in the info tab above. So that was the question of the week, and if you have any other questions, please comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss next videos. Thanks!